it's been a while since I posted anything on YouTube. I had to take a break because of health and personal reasons, but now I've decided to start again with One Book July, which is a nod to me starting my YouTube channel about 4 years ago, I think, also with One Book July. Okay, so this year we are following the bullet journal method. Put this aside for a bit. So this year the challenge is the bullet journal method. I have the book, so I am reading the book while trying it out in my Hobonichi weeks. I put my Hobonichi weeks in a traveler's notebook, but I'll come back to that later. So for the bullet journal method, I'm reading a little part each day. It was Romani who put it on her Instagram. You can still find it in her Instagram with the stories that she saved. So she split up the book and she reads a part each day, and I'm following that exact structure. I also wrote it down in my Hobonichi weeks, and so I'm following along with that. I have my bookmark in here, and then I have another bookmark to mark where I need to go for the day. So I'm following along quite well. I was a bit behind, but now I just need to do the little bit I have to read today. That way it gets split up into chunks that you can digest, because this isn't just the book going over the method. This book goes over why you are doing it. So I do find it very interesting that you split it up and take it a little piece at a time and really think about it. Think about what you need, why he's putting all these separate things into that method. I am also reading along the audiobook because I'm dyslexic, and just reading this is going to take a lot longer than just a month. And Ryder really has the most zen voice, so I'm reading my parts right before I get to bed, and it's really nice to just listen to his voice and fall asleep, and then I'll just go back and revise it a little bit the day after. Okay, so that's for the book. Now, like I said, I'm using my Hobonichi weeks as the one book I'm using for One Book July. I put it in a Lyra cover, and then I just have another pocket in there with some stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in. A little booklet with stickers, mostly from Gribble, some from Stickle Co, and then some from Harriet Wright Design that I'm using in my monthly. So my one pen, which is the Pilot Decimo, and in there I have an ink I mixed together myself when I was in Japan, and that just clips on the little card folder that I use to keep my Hobonichi weeks in. Then I also have my 4-color friction pen, which doesn't have all the colors. I switched out the colors It has pink, green, light blue and purple, and that I'm just using to mark a couple of things that need to stand out, and that clips in there. So I just have my Open weeks in the back pocket with the stencil and some pictures of my cat. So how I'm using this is you have the yearly, well, 3 yearly overview. I just note my holidays and my vacation days. Then this is the yearly overview. I have a spring edition, so it starts in April, and I just have birthdays on there. Purple is family, blue is other people. And then for my monthly, I started using it just to note my schedule, but that wasn't really working out. Then I started using it to track things. So I have my mood, my period, some habits that are personal, so I'm covering them, and I'm just tracking them here in two, well, I say habit is more like morning and evening routine, and one square is morning, one square is evening. And then here I'm just tracking things that came into the post, whether or not I did some exercise, cleaning. I'm trying to keep it just to relevant things. Here I'm also, I had a bit of a bad month, so my mood isn't tracked all the way, my morning evening routine isn't tracked, and that I just noted that I practically stayed in bed those days, just really bad month. But I like to see that, because if you then look at the weeks and what I wrote there, you can kind of link everything together. And with my dyslexia, I'm very visual, so having the stickers really helps for me. Like, did I cook, or did I just heat something up? Things like that. Did I put into effort to make my own granola, or did I just buy the ones from the grocery store with lots of sugar in them? That's important for me to know. So this is this month. I was originally trying to keep them less busy, but apparently I'm being a bit more productive, so a lot more stickers. And that's it, nothing else in the months. Then for the weeks, I tried out like daily, weekly task club. That didn't really work out, and that kind of evolved because I was using the bullet journal method before One Book July, but now I'm really getting into it with more detail. So I do kind of like that we're doing it all together this time, because with the videos from Romani, Vicky and Gary and all the others, you kind of see how they interpret things and how they use their books. I'm sticking with the weeks. I didn't go to a plain notebook because I feel like I need some of the structure. I have tried out the bullet journal method in a blank notebook, and that didn't really work out because I didn't keep up with it, and I made too many mistakes with writing down dates and things like that. So yeah, I think this is working out. I'm not that extremely busy, so I think this is working out quite well. You see, I'm still using a couple of stickers and some of the colors here. So this is this week. I always keep a blotting sheet because I'm using my fountain pen, and the writing board because that's quite nice to put behind it and write on it. So I'm kind of using it as, you know, I only work part-time, so I'm sectioning that off, and here I write some work to-dos, and then here I write down some of the events that I know in the color coding, and then down here I just log whatever happened that day. Usually, you know, kind of non-scheduled events that happened, or sometimes a note that goes with those events. And then here I'm putting my to-do list or notes, or, you know, anything in general for this week that doesn't fit here, doesn't fit there. So that's how I'm trying it out. Next week is still blank. I usually don't set them up very much in advance. Then if we go here, then you have all the notice pages in the back of the weeks. I have my key, so I use task event note like it is with the bullet journal method in the book, but I don't cross anything out. I exit off if it's cancelled or irrelevant, and I check it off if it's completed, because a cross for me means not relevant, you know, it doesn't mean done. A check means done, so that I changed. The rest I kept somewhat similar. I did put in an arrow because I use that underneath the task event or note if I'm adding something to it that visually to me means that the things belong together. Then I have the exclamation mark as a priority, or the exclamation mark in the triangle, which means very important. And then, you know, the color code, blue is personal, green is work, pink is holiday or vacation, and my purple is class or projects. And then, you know, I just have the letters IG for Instagram, C for class, Y, T for YouTube, and T for Twitch, if that's necessary. Then I just have the index, like it's in the bullet journal method. This is my future log, so I have everything all the way to January on there. And then my July monthly log with the project down here, because I had some space, not sure if I'm going to use it. This is written in friction, so I can just erase it. And then I just have my monthly to-dos, and then this I still need to fill out. And then I just have a wish list, a blank page, some notes and finance thing I did for Plan for Europe. And then this is the entire breakup of the book. that I got from Romani that I wrote down in my weeks, and then everything else is blank. So that's how I'm trying it out, and I'm going to see how that works out for me. I really do like the size of the Hobonichi Weeks as a everyday carry. I do have to mention that I got the bullet journal app, the companion app, that's on my phone that I can show you because I'm filming with my phone. But since I always have my phone with me, I did decide after seeing Romani's video about the app that I'm going to try it out, because you know, I just think it comes in very handy. Okay, so this is my everyday carry, this is my bullet journal, but I do want to mention that I still have my personal journal, which is a Hobonichi A6, it's the Japanese one. I'm not going to show you this because this is very personal. I only use one pen with that too, which is a 3-color Coletto. So yeah, but I'm using this for daily journaling or weekly journaling. Then I'll just take all of my information from what I noted down in my weeks. And that's why I try to write down everything in my weeks. And then I also have my Hobonichi A5 that I'm using for the classes I'm taking with Romani, because I need more room than that, and I don't want to split that out because everything from the classes is in this book. So and there I just use my Pilot Metropolitan with the same ink color in there, and sometimes I use some frictions to highlight or add some color in that. But yeah, so these two I didn't want to switch up because that's working for me, and I don't want to mess with things that are working for me. And this one I'm trying to get to work even better for me with the use of the bullet journal method and everything that I learn while reading this. So I will probably also continue this in August and probably September and probably until the end of the year, just to see what works, what doesn't work. And I am trying to stay as true to the book and the method as I can, but like I said, I've used it before and I do know that some things just don't work for me, or I need some extra help with things. So that's why I'm one in the weeks and not in the plain notebook. I changed my key a little bit, but for the rest I am trying to stay as truthful as I can to the actual method. Okay, so that's it. That's everything for my first One Book July video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I will try to upload a bit more often, but I'm not making any promises. You know, my health and my personal life comes first. But you know, if you're watching this, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.